Hey, I'm Ken, and you'll notice LeighAnn's not with me right now. She's actually out here working. Figured I'd take you out there to go check out what she's doing. So let's go ahead and go out there and check it out. Hey, what are you doing?
Working.
On what?
I am working on our options book.
Options book?
It's our options book. Okay, so let me move all this stuff. Celebrating the day we got our plans.
Yay!
I have printed pictures of everything in here.
Well, show us the cover of the book first. I like the
okay,
cover.
Let me move my stuff.
If you can.
I bury myself in this. Okay, so I live off 3 ring binders, right? So this is my house options book. I've covered up the picture of the house with us. So
It's a good picture.
And in here I keep everything. So this
What do you mean everything? Hold on a second. Let's start at the beginning of that book.
the beginning,
Yeah, what is on the first page of that?
our address.
Oh, is that when we got the address for
So this is
our
the
new
letter
property?
from the county showing our address for the new property. And I've got the Google Earth drawing of how we thought we were going to lay things out in the beginning. So I've had this book going for a while. The house plans that we found online before we actually ordered them. And this book is really demonstrating, what we've done all along. We don't always agree, but we usually agree on our stuff. So when we don't agree, we rank things. One thing I have to say about the house, though, is that when we saw this online, it was both of our first options.
Yes, it was.
It was. Only problem being I wanted brick.
Well, you got brick.
So we're getting brick, that's right. And so that's one of the pages that I was about to play with, is that this is the brick we've picked out. Hold it right side up.
So every time you get something for the design of the house,
It goes into this book.
it goes into that book, okay?
And, the planner in me has everything color coded and everything printed out. This is our contract with our construction company and a big picture of the house. I've already got the brick in here. And so this was kind of the look that I wanted to go with. We liked the option of the house plans that we bought better than this house as far as the floor plans, but we liked the brick, the wooden porch, and the tin roof, both of us. So that's in here so that we don't lose focus of where we want to end up when we're done. So floor plans.
That's an interesting piece right there that you're looking
Yes.
at.
So
LeighAnn took all the pieces of the house and laid them out how she wanted them laid out. Now we've changed that since then,
it
but
has changed
not
a
too
lot.
much.
So even though lots of things in the book have changed, it still keeps us on path for where this journey is taking us and what we want overall. So we laid out Ken's shop and the garage and the pool all on one side of the house, and that has now changed. The shop is going to be more back here, and the garage is now on this side, and that's because of the lay of the land. So
Okay.
and then what we maybe want the barn look of the shop to be. So all this stuff's in here, and then this is kind of our focal point for the theme of the house, and picking our main colors, not our accent colors, but the main colors of the house. And the flooring is to match our current dining room suite. And so I even have in here somewhere, do you see it? A sample of our wood for the floor. It stays close by, but that doesn't mean that it's easily found.
Let me pan out real quick so people can see. This is Command Central right here. I just had to show everybody that. It's there, it's over there.
Where's the floor?
It's around here somewhere, I'm sure.
So yeah, the floor is under here somewhere. No kidding.
Okay, you're wasting video.
I
Looking
am.
for a piece of wood
Okay.
that we can show later.
So
Okay, well, let me ask you
Let's go
this.
to the book.
How many sections in that book do you have?
Do I have right now? Not enough.
Now, do you section it off by room, or do you section it off by item, or
Yes.
what? Yes, both.
Yes. So some of the colors, and everything's color coded. I'll take the house plans. I took pictures of the rooms and I printed off like an individual picture of the room. Then I made kind of a little cheat sheet. This is the kitchen. So here's the kitchen. This is the kitchen. I've made some notes about the kitchen. So for this section is the kitchen. So that is by room. And everything on these green pages, and I've numbered it for kitchen page K1, K2, etc. Shows the cabinets that I want, how I might want the pantry.
How many of each? Or do you just put the ones that you've decided on in there, or do you put a couple of different choices in there?
We'll talk about that when we get to the lights. So
Okay.
that's a perfect segue. So we've got the kitchen options here. Then, believe it or not, I don't know why I did this, but I chose yellow to be the color for lights. So all these are light sections, and I actually have some printed off. I haven't glued these on yet, but things that as we were out looking at lights, or I was on YouTube or Pinterest or eBay, everywhere, Amazon, everywhere I went to see lights that I thought I would like, I have printed those off, put them in the light section. But I've also printed these, and I'm about to stick these on, and you'll notice there's big X's on them. For some reason, some of these designs caught my eye. Either I liked it and Ken didn't, Ken liked it and I didn't, or as I looked at it, I thought that's really not the look that we want for the house. And so with that being said, I know that things are going to change because I have to stay in budget, and I've already gone over with first purchase.
Yes, she did.
So you
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's talk about that over purchase. She didn't just go over purchase. She blew it out of the water.
You bought it.
$4,000 over budget on the front door.
That's the focal point for the house. And yes, it was the most expensive door in the store. And so Rick, our contractor, and Ken are already giving me a hard time, but I will say I was at work and they bought it. So I'm not going to take all the blame. Yeah, I am.
Well, $4,000 over budget, and we still got 25% off on the door.
Right, but it's awesome.
Yes,
and
it
I'll
is.
tell you that.
I'll put it, babe. I'll put a picture of the door up right here.
Okay. So that's the door. When we saw the door, I stopped in my tracks. Ken went to it. He said, "This is it." We agreed. That was the door. So I'll take full credit. Or
So that's
blame.
one section we don't have in there is front door.
I've got it printed off, but I've not put it in here yet because that was a decision that's made. So it's not. I call this my options book to keep options in it, but it's also our design book so that I can take this book to the property very easily to meet with the contractors and show them what I do or don't want. So with the lights, and the reason, running back to this real quick, that I've X'd these off, I don't want to get in a crunch decision and see one of these things that might have caught one of our eye, and then we decided we didn't want it. So these are also going to go in the book on a yellow piece of paper, but it's going to have an X over it so that if it gets to crunch time, we go, no, that's not what we want. I'll also tell you, you may not use many of these lights pages because I like unique and different. So right now the plan is, we'll see if this works at the end, is we've bought some teapots, and we're going to make some lights out of those to go into the kitchen over the sink and bar area, and maybe one to go into the drink bar station, which will have my coffee pot, my juicer, wine racks, and maybe a beer refrigerator. But we're going to be making some lights out of these. And then yesterday, I went to an antique store and found the lights that are going over the bathtub in the master bathroom. So still looking for those really cool, unique options. I will take pictures and they'll end up in the book. But right now, we've got closet designs, we have back porch designs.
Well, they need to realize this does not include furniture and decorating inside as much as it does the finishes for the house.
The finishes for the house. So, you know, there are some things in here that we'll want to buy, but like this blue is all master bathroom options, because that's one room that I don't know how it's going to end up. So I've taken options that I like for the master bathroom. I've always wanted a clawfoot tub. Now I think we're older in life and I'm not really tall. If you haven't noticed, as I stand by Ken, do I want to climb in and out of a clawfoot tub the rest of my life? We'll figure that out.
Baby,
Also,
I'll carry you and put you in that tub. How's that?
for always, he won't always be able to pick me up. But
What are you talking about? They saw my muscles when I was throwing them rocks over on the property.
that's true.
All right, good.
That's true. So also options for the powder room as well as the bathroom for upstairs. And then we go back into laundry room options and entering the foyer. This red section is about doors, and doors are a challenge within itself. Some of our doors are double swinging doors. Some of them are double hinge doors. Some places call for windows, but I would prefer to have a door. And all those notes are going in here. And the great thing about trying to plan this and know this early, and in talking with Rick at the property the other day, is if we want a door in place of a window, that then dictates where my breezeway is going to go from the carport or the garage to the house to the porch. And I do want to replace a window with a Dutch door there, and so those kinds of things they need to know early on. So laying all those options out there, babe.
All right, so now you got all those sections. What's in the back of that book?
The back of the book's pretty much closing documents. So
And that's just to keep us organized and keep us honest,
keep everything in the same place. So we've got our appraisal report. Closing documents are a little too big to go in the book, but they have their own folder. Contracts with the mortgage company, our welcome letter from Ag South, so just exciting stuff. And then in the very back here, I've put some items that we've looked at we may want to purchase, but are not part of the whole system. So, but yeah, even our wastewater system, septic tank stuff.
Yeah, that was a good time. All right. Well, hey, speaking of Ag South, tell them what's going to be happening with Ag South and us.
Well, we were contacted by Ag South on Friday, and we'll actually talk to them by phone call tomorrow to feature our Journeys with Ken and LeighAnn on Ag South's website. And
That's
so
pretty awesome. They're going to focus feature. Thank you. One of those
our
words.
journey.
Feature our journey through
All the
our
way through.
Facebook and our YouTube channel.
So Facebook and YouTube, and throughout our journey, all the way, not just to construction end, but to landscaping and furnishing of the house. So excited to at least find out what may happen with that.
Well, if such big things are going to be happening, they may want to know something, right?
Right.
Yeah, they may. And how are they going to know if something happens with us?
Hey, you're going to go to Journeys with Ken and LeighAnn on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. Go to YouTube, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. Make a comment. Leave us comments. And, as we keep going, you may have to help me make some decisions. So when you get that alert, be sure that you watch our videos.
All right. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. And I hope you enjoyed the journey.